and welcome to week 20 of training a miler. That's me, a miler, into a multi-day, 6 days of that mountain racer. We're just trying to find out if it can be done. Week 20 of 48, I reckon, of training weeks. We've got till we toe the line on the 1st September. See you in a bit. Usual B-roll footage today because can't fly the drone. Too windy, far too windy. So, oh, do you know what? I really couldn't beat myself out the door today. Suddenly stopped filming there because I got that weird visual effect again, which by scientific experiment I am determining now is definitely due to having a big breakfast, an Ormy coffee, and then going out for a run. Body don't like it at all. But I think it's something I'm going to have to get used to and just work through. Normally clears after about 2 miles, so I expect a little way up here I'll start to feel normal again. Then I'll talk to you. Till then, have some footage of my feet running along the Flitchway.
There's a place that I've never been.
Yeah, it hasn't really passed some 2 miles in, but hey ho, it's quite fun actually. It's a bit like a psychedelic trip. I've never taken psychedelics, of course. I haven't actually, I really haven't, generally haven't. But yeah, I imagine that's what it's like. The ground's all like pulsating, a bit pixelated, a bit weird, which is quite fun. And yeah, probably part of the Dragon's Back training journey, because I'm sure during some of the legs, like me, I'm going to get some real weirdness going on with the body. I'm one for hallucinating on a 25-mile run. I've hallucinated before, conjured up images of strange beings encouraging me along the route, which is all quite fun. And I'm quite looking forward to that part. I'm hoping I get into the hallucinogenic zone on Dragons quite a lot. Hopefully not at the top of some dodgy big drop rocky climb, but yeah, looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm rambling like some nutcase, so I'm going to go for a run for a little bit. Yeah, getting out this morning was so hard. Do you know what? I was doing everything to procrastinate. I even started vacuuming my study rather than get my shoes on and go out for a run. And admittedly the weather looks awful now, but it's brightened up a bit now. But yeah, this is, you know, when, if by some small miracle I get through this Dragon's Back race and I get a bit of kudos, maybe a few comments, it's runs like this that are the ones that make it, the ones where you get like, hardly any kudos, hardly any comments, you know, just an hour time on feet on a random Monday in January. But these are the ones that if by some small miracle you get around the whole course, these are the ones that did it. They were the contributory factors, the bricks in the wall of the tower you stood on and jumped off of to actually do Dragon's Back. So there you go. I give him all praise to this 6 miler, time on feet, because I got out and I did it. And I'm not enjoying it, to be honest, but I did it. It's a brick in the wall. And spin yourself round, go back the same way you came on nature's treadmill. That is the Flitchway.
There is so little to cry about.
Right, last bit of commentary on this morning run. I'm a lot calmer now. I was a bit fired up back there when I started this run. I blame the coffee. I don't normally have so much coffee. 3 cups before I come out. But I'm much calmer now. The eyesight's better. 5 miles into this run, absolutely floaty it feels now, so maybe that's the coffee as well. It's all good though, all good. Sun's out as well now, and the wind's dying down. Hopefully it'll be good for track tonight. See you later at track. Let me show you my home gym, folks. Some random old rug, got the medicine ball, couple of weights, free weight, and obviously a load of logs, which is completely irrelevant. So, trying to, at the end of each run, do some pistol squats with weights and a few core exercises. Little and often, little and often. Good evening, welcome to Track Monday. Comes around so quick. Now, tonight's session, and is another endurance based one, because we're all in marathon training or ultra training or, you know, winter training, base work. So we're doing, they love this one, the group, 3 minutes out, 1 minute stand, 3 minutes back in the other direction, 4 minutes rest, then 6 minutes out, 1 minute rest, 6 minutes back, that's the biggie, and then 4 minutes rest, and then the 3 out, 1 minute rest, 3 again. I enjoy this one as well. Let's work as a group and peg yourself against your peers. So yeah, 5 mile warm up first, so getting some mileage in, getting some mileage in. Hi there, welcome to Tuesday the 28th of January. I've been for a run, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but what I thought it'd be useful to do at this stage is to go through some of the Garmin stats and have a look at the graphs and the progress, because I started the Zone 2 training back in September after volunteering on the Dragon's Back Race 2024. And yeah, Zone 2 training was kind of new to me scientifically. I was not really one to focus on heart rate at all. So it's quite interesting now with, what are we, 4 months in, to just have a look at the progress and what effect it has had on my fitness levels as reported by the Garmin stats. So I'll pop up a few things on the screen while I'm talking, and we'll just go through that. So the first one is VO2 max. Now, what's interesting is the 53 is where I was a year ago, even before I started training for Dragon's Back. But I had a really strange blip and it dropped all the way down to 40 for no reason whatsoever. Now, this was around about June, I think, last year. Anyway, it's taken till now to recover, but VO2 max, not too scientific through Garmin. It's only doing it through your heart rate. It's obviously not the proper way to measure VO2 max, but it is an indicator, which is an indicator that things are going in the right direction. So the next thing I put up is that VO2 max graph. Now you can see it was back at 40 in August 24. Totally not indicative of how I was feeling as a runner back then. So I really don't know why those stats particularly fell off a cliff. But anyway, they're back, which is good news, and a nice steady increase in VO2 max performance. Yeah, so if we look at the race predictors, you'll see again that blip around about August for, I say, no apparent reason. I did have some funny heart conditions back in May, but they wouldn't have affected that so much. But anyway, so current race predictions there are finally probably more indicative of what I probably would produce if I went out and hammered one of those particular distances. Not altogether sure I'm in 3 hours 25 marathon shape, but definitely in just under 25k shape, so that's good. But anyway, what we're looking at more is graphs and other metrics. Now, I bought a new Garmin, Epix Gen 2, I think it was, back in around about maybe November time. Now, I don't think my old Garmin used to record hill score, so this is an interesting one because it's obviously relevant to training for Dragon's Back, big time. And 78 out of 100, skilled, we like that, but clearly quite a lot more improvement. There's a couple of bands, changes colour. I know Garmin like to get you into the top band on colour, so looks like got quite a way to go. But if we have a look at how that has been trending, October 57, November 59, December 69, January 75. Now it's only really December and January where I got out and got some proper elevation in on day 5 recce in December and the Malvern Hills in January. So quite pleasing that that's having a significant effect on the way Garmin measure hill scores. Next one is endurance score. Now I like this one. 7,706 elite. We love that. That's the sort of stats we like from Garmin, and in the top colour as well. I say I have no idea. I've never had my watch measure endurance score before, but we can have a look again at the trend. The trend looks like most of the improvement was through November with quite a steep rise, and we're tending to plateau now. So maybe I'm reaching my max endurance score. I think time will tell, because I'm not likely to increase my weekly mileage much beyond where I am. I may improve time on feet, so we may end up with a bigger endurance score as we go on. But hey ho, at the moment I feel quite strong, so maybe that endurance score is well, it's elite, so can't be bad. Next thing, training status. This has been all over the place. Currently it's productive with a low anaerobic shortage, kind of what you'd expect from focusing on endurance-based ultra training. I'm beginning to bring some more anaerobic stuff back in again, so we should see that balance out a bit more. But productive, that's what we want. But this is what it was since November, and there was a period where it was totally strained back in January. Now, I really felt that. I was strained, I was overtrained, I was a bit of a wreck. Now, interestingly enough, the heart rate variance was also right on the left in the red. Now, I've not really understood what heart rate variance is, but I do know that when it's really red on Garmin, generally that correlates with how I feel, and when it's green on Garmin, I do tend to feel better. Now, that pink period back in January, that's when I started taking multivitamins and iron, and also vitamin D and magnesium daily. I was taking magnesium ad hoc, but I started taking magnesium daily. So it's interesting because I haven't really adapted my training load too much. I've continued as is, but we've gone straight back to productive workload, which is encouraging. Now we'll have a look at just the way the weekly mileage has been building up since September. I've tried to keep a very steady graph, which if you draw a line through those top points will be relatively steady, but beginning to plateau now around the sort of 70 mark. But as you'll see, every sort of 5th or 6th week, I've dipped right down with the recovery. And as I've upped the mileage, I've had to bring those recovery dips in probably more frequently. Going forward, I think I've settled on a 3-week load with a 1-week recovery. It seems to suit my body rather than the 5 weeks and then drop down. And obviously I've got to time that around big events coming up as we move through this spring period, because I've got quite a few 50-mile ultras coming up. So if we look at today's run, this is an interesting thing because I've started to eat a lot more and have my coffee right before a run. And it's causing these strange eye disturbances, which I do think are low blood pressure while I'm trying to process the food and get out for a run. It takes a little while for the system to adapt to that. So that happened again today, which is why mile 2 there is 10:44, because I had to walk bits of it because it was really, really odd. But the really good news, and this is the pattern it's following, by mile 3 I start to feel completely normal, and then mile 4, 5 and 6, as you can see, I was down to 7:40 miling, 8-minute miling, quite comfortably in zone 2. So I think being fed and fueled is helping my runs beforehand, so it's a practice I've got to get used to, and I think it will iron itself out and my body will get more adaptive to that. Because let's face it, when I'm on Dragons, I'm going to get up at the last possible moment, eat my breakfast very close to going out at 6 o'clock. So I've got to get used to, and I'm going to eat a big breakfast, a big breakfast. So I've got to get used to that going straight out. And if it's only going to last the first 2 miles, that's fine. We can live with that. So there we are. That's the update on Garmin stats. I'm quite happy with where this first 4 weeks has gone. If I had looked at recording this back in September, this is the sort of thing I would be hoping to record. So everything seems to be on track, on target, plenty more work to do, and I'm really interested to see how it's going to pan out when I go back to work on the 1st of March, because it's very easy being a full-time athlete at the moment in January and February. How I'll feel tucking a 15-miler in again at 6 o'clock in the morning and also doing 70, 75 miles a week. We shall find out.
Need some time and a friendly face. Don't sun is out.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday, 29th of January. Now, after all that massive Garmin report you just watched, Garmin says -1 performance points. 6 minutes into a 10 miler. Love it! Well, I don't think any cars are brave enough to go through Dunmow Ford today. Even if I had a 4x4, I don't think I'd go through that. So I'm not going through it today running.
To the open air. Got the time and a life to share.
Yeah, proper welcome now that we're 2.5 miles in. So, that funny eye thing, a little hint of it around about the 2 mile mark, but nothing much, so body's getting used to eating breakfast and coffee beforehand, which is good. Now, the best bit of kit I've invested in recently is this high estate windproof layer. It's so lightweight. I've got a t-shirt under this and I don't even feel like I'm wearing this layer, but it's equivalent of having like a thick sweatshirt on in 4 degrees temperature. So yeah, that was worthy investment. Didn't cost much. Anybody who knows high estate off sportshoes.com will know that. Sun's out! Sun's out in Essex. Muddy as heck because it rained so much last night. But I'll take that. I'll take sun.
To the open air. Heading out to the open air. Heading out to the open air. Heading out to the
Right folks, what am I doing differently again? I'm eating on every run that's over a mile, that'd be stupid, over an hour, and probably even on the just an hour ones I might start munching, just to get my fueling sorted, get used to it, get in the habit. So today, I'm not sure I'll eat these on the thing, but I've got these Protein Ball Company salted caramel things, which are quite tasty, but that shop I was telling you about in previous videos, actually I probably should run, shouldn't I? Fawn in Great Melbourne, they're going to let us know their secret recipe. I can't tell you of course, and I won't be telling you, but I'll be able to make those flapjacks myself, roll them into little balls, have my own energy food. I'm going to be rocking it. Thanks Fawn in Great Melbourne, big shout out. Anybody who's up in that area, go and check out their vegan flapjacks. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, they were tasty, if not a little bit dry. Had to have quite a bit of water to get them down. But yeah, I'm at the stage now with my training where I feel strong enough that my motto can become, as long as you eat enough and drink enough, you'll be fine, lad. Just eat and drink. Keep remembering to eat and drink and you'll be fine. Little mont jack over there. Can't see it in the camera, of course. Stepping Park.
take a swing around about, heading out to the open air. Got the time and a life to share. There's a world that I've never
Another interesting observation about my body today. If I take my gloves off, my heart rate tends to go up by about 10-15 beats a minute, and as soon as I put my gloves back on, it comes down again. Now that happened on the Saffron Trail run about December time, I think it was. So yeah, I mean, even though my hands weren't cold, it's an interesting observation. So I've got to get used to running in gloves if the temperature's even slightly chilly, I think.
I will take every chance I get.
Oh no, our local co-ops got a custom machine. I know.
Where did that come from?
I think I
That's not good.
I think I created it by imagining it. Well, folks, Thursday, 30th of January 2025. We've got, I mean, gosh, we're nearly through January already. This is horrifying. So, 18 miles on the road today with Trina. She's training for the Malta Marathon. When is it, Trina? 23rd?
23rd of Feb.
Yeah, so she's on a semi-taper now. And then I'm, yeah, just plugging in regular miles, as you do. Hopefully it's 70 again this week. What a beautiful day! Sun's out, road shoes on. I do like a bit of road sometimes. See you in a bit. There we go. 18 miles done. Day after an 11 miler and strength training. I think I'm going to have a rest day tomorrow. I deserve it.
Heading out to the open air. Gotta be something more somewhere.
Good morning, welcome to Saturday the 1st of February. January went bang, gone. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Oh my gosh, nearly here. So straight off the bat, Garmin -3 performance points, 4 minutes into a 13 miler. What is Garmin doing? Why tell me that information 4 minutes in? I mean, gosh.
So little to cry about. In my time, I have seen no doubt. Take a swing.
There she is. Now, the great news about having these big breakfasts before I come out for a run is that after the 2 mile funny vision thing passes, I just get stronger and stronger and stronger. And I would say today, on this 13 miler, I'm actually feeling like genuine effortless running, where, you know, the body's just running. It really does not feel like I'm employing any particular running stress into it. It's just running. It's awesome. So yeah, big breakfast, bit of coffee, and then just keep fueling and drinking on the run. And then I suppose I should be able to maintain that all the way through any run. It's just about eating and fueling correctly. Okay, something else I'm working on as well now is I can't eat running. I've worked that out. I just bounce about all over the place. The food goes everywhere. It's just chaos. But what I'm practicing is trying to walk very fast or hike very fast while eating and drinking. And that little experiment there, I managed to keep about 13 minutes, 14 minutes a mile pace hiking fast while eating. So I think that would be keep me moving in the right direction while stopping for eating breaks. Well, not stopping for eating breaks, rather.
Heading out to the open air. Heading out to the open air.
Good morning and welcome to Sunday the 2nd of February 2025. I'm training to be a dragon. Jenny's just trying to keep fit. I think it's the best way to do it is get running, isn't it, Jen? Yeah, we all know that, we all know that. So Sunday, close the week off. Gonna get about 6 or 7 miles in. should hit 70. I'll pop stats up in a minute. Thanks ever so much for watching another week if you did, and I hope there was something useful in there. As I say, I find them very useful to record because it makes me accountable for the week's training and makes me do it. So if nothing else, that's a positive. So bye for now, stay healthy, enjoy life, create the reality you want. It's always be enjoy, always be have fun in this playground of life.
Heading out to the open air. Gotta be something more to somewhere. Got a plan and a dream to chase. Need some time and a friendly face. Don't it seem when the sun is out, there is so little to cry about. In my time I have seen no doubt. Take a swing or a roundabout. Heading out to the open air. Got the time